Okay, we gonna get it together because what in the listen? We like a little late, but it's okay though. It's okay though. It's okay though. We was backstage trying to get it right because what we not about to do is go live and look like we halfway doing stuff right. No, we ciao. Welcome to another episode of One Being Brave. How you doing? Y'all good? I missed y'all last week. Okay. Hey ma, hey girl. I missed y'all last week. But we back though. So that's all that matters. And we about to get into it. Okay. 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 Can y'all tell I have my VA energy, so I'm a little on the up and up. Alright, so welcome to another episode of One Billion Brave. I'm your host, Domo Jones. How y'all doing? Y'all good? Y'all straight? Great. I am excited. Happy March 19th. Okay. Can you believe it's March? Like, what are we doing? It's about to be December in 2 weeks, basically. Golly. But we're about to get into it. All right, so you already know house rules. Lego. No profanity on this show. Y'all know we don't. Wait. Hold on. The infamous Tim and hi Tim. I love you. No profanity on the show. You know, come on. Y'all know. We don't do that. It's too many words. It's too many words. There's way too many words in the dictionary. We're about to use all the time. I can't even get on with the hospital because I auntie with love you. Okay, no profanity. Nah, we good. Like we good on that. No bashing of race, religion, gender, or politics or sexual preferences. Why? Because from one blood he made what? All the nations. So y'all know we can vote. Like auntie, uncle, grandpa them, grandma them, cuzzo, y'all all invited to the barbecue and tell them I sent you. Who gonna check for me? Who gonna check for me? Okay, period and the point blank and the period. Also, this show is called 1 Billion Brave because it represents the 1 billion people of the world that have a disability and or medical condition. So all the old heads, y'all know what I'm about to say, right? Okay, get you one of us in your circle. Don't get me, but get you one of us because I'm telling you, we top tier. You're welcome. I mean, that's it. What is this on my forehead? Y'all see this? The on my forehead? It's an echo or a shadow. Listen, okay? Because get you one of us in your circle. I'm telling you. Thank you, because you already know we get down with the get down. Also, this is one of the most important rules. Brit, Brit, that's my dog. That's my dog. Love you, Brit. This is one of the most important rules. I hope y'all are listening, cause this rule right here, this rule right here is it. We talk about Jesus Christ on this show. I don't know what y'all thought that we. I don't know. We gonna talk about JC. We gonna keep him the main thing. Cause he the main thing. Without him, we are what? Nothing. That's my dog. That's my dog, and he should be yours too. Is all I'm saying. Just get a little taste, a little dab will do you. Just a little talk with Jesus. Tell him about your problems. He'll hear your prayer and cry, and he'll answer by and by. Okay. Also, this show is. I'm trying to figure out how to say this because I never know how to say it right, and I don't know what's. I need to figure it out. I need to figure your 70s. I know because what's happening? Like what? Like what's really going on? Okay, so this show is one of the shows. Lord, don't embarrass me in front of these people. We got new people in here. Don't embarrass me. Like, okay, help me out. Thank you. Dada, love you. This show is one of the shows that okay, because already the Father lead me, guide me till I want no more. Bread of heaven for my cup. Okay. This show is one of the shows that has a hostess with a disability. There we go. Thank you, Holy Ghost. That interviews guests with disabilities and or medical conditions. Domo, you did it. I mean, you did it this time. Golly, I tell you. So I guess you know what that means. Lady O, Tyler Perry, Bishop Tyler Perry, and First Lady Ava DuVernay. I'm coming to all hold on, y'all. I can't even finish. I can't even finish because Uncle Bobby in the building. Uncle Bobby in the building. Uncle Bobby in the building. Hi, Uncle Bobby. You know you're my favorite. Don't tell nobody that, but you're my favorite uncle. Keep telling her stuff. Lady O, Bishop Tyler Perry, and First Lady Ava DuVernay. I'm coming to all three of you guys' houses. Lady O, you already know. It's about to heat up, but the pollen is still rising. So we're going to have to kind of like, we may not can go outside quite yet, but we can go to the kitchen or we can even go to the couch. Like, it is what it is. You feel me? I'm not asking for much, but like some fruit snacks or whatever, like, that ain't nothing. And then I'm going to go around the corner to Tyler Perry's house. We can go to your house. We can go to your studio. We can go to your jet runway. Like, at this point, it doesn't even matter. Just let's have a talk. And then we're going to go up the street 2 blocks around the corner to Rockefeller real quick because me and First Lady Ava DuVernay, we need our locks done because we're going to chop it up one time for the one time. It sounds so simple. So I'm letting y'all know now, when you see me, just know I've been saying it. Because when you see me, when you see the walker, when you see the sneakers, and when you see the locks, you already know, like, dang, she already said it. And did. We time stamped in this mug. Period. And that's it. That's all. All right. So let's get into the what? The Braveheart. Gabe, who the Braveheart? Who the Braveheart for this week? Let's just know one time for the one time. Okay, because at flawless_effect. Can you, first of all, does she not look like a doggone model? Like, she really does. Her disability is, or medical condition, I guess I would say, is she has a rare birthmark. But let me tell you, she's rocking the birthmark though. You feel me? Like, she's really embraced it, and now she's like a whole model, like for Victoria's Secret and whatnot, or them other secrets, like other Victorians. You feel me? Like, she's super dope. Flawless effect. You keep doing your thizzle. Should I be saying that? Yeah, you can. You keep doing your thing. Do your thing. Ain't no thing but chicken wing. I appreciate you for showing us not only your medical condition disability, but wearing it well. Like, not everybody can have the confidence to have a rare birthmark that's super visible, but yet still do their thing. Like, I can tell she a model. I don't even know mother, but you could just tell. Like, she a full-time model this month. Thank you. And you're the Braveheart for this week. We in there. All right, so I missed you guys last week. I was down for the count, but it's okay though, because we're not even about to dwell on that. You feel me? But what we are about to dwell on is the fact that the devil be trying to show out, but he can't. Like, he be forgetting who I am. Like, he really does, and it's a wild. Like, dang, bro, like, you still ain't get it? That's crazy. I'm not going nowhere. So, basically, in a nutshell, last week, I was doing my like this. I'm super grateful for all the accomplishments that I have been blessed to receive and to be a part of. I'm super grateful. Super, super, super grateful. For, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you know I don't like talking about myself. So go to my Facebook or Instagram page, because it's not about me. Nevertheless, on a high, like a lot of accomplishments, and had no like real physical complications. Like, I'm doing my thing. You feel me? Doing my big thing. And here it comes On a Saturday, my doggone foot wants to show up and show out. So much so to where, for those that don't know, I always have foot problems. Like that's a part of um the thorn in my side that God has graced me with. We're gonna say it like that. Nevertheless, it hasn't stopped me. But I couldn't even put any pressure on it. And it's like, dang, bro. I'm trying to be great around here, and the enemy gonna try to stop me. Boy, boy, you can't though. That's the funny thing. I say this jokingly, but I really do kind of like believe it at this point. I feel like the Father has made something in my body to where it's bionicle or something, because it just seems like anything that I go through, nothing sticks. I don't know what it is, but example, this is just one example. Do I look like a person that has done and completed 186 chemotherapy treatments? No. You feel me? Like, what? Girl, you did what? How are you still functioning? Because that's why I keep Christ first. That's why. That's why we keep it Jesus the main thing. Because he be keeping me, he be preserving his body. I don't know what the juices and berries, but he be preserving it. So I know a lot of people don't think I'd be going through stuff, but I be going through. And I'm super grateful for the ones that keep me grounded and keep me pushing and reminding me that I still have purpose. I appreciate y'all like so much. Okay, so we done with me. We ain't talking about me right no more, because we have a super dope guest. And for those that was on a few weeks ago, know that she was demanded to come back and do a part 2. I mean, it just is what it is. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate you. She was demanded to come back. Like, the comments were like part 2, part 2, part 2. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring her out, but we're gonna do a recap of part 1, huh? Because y'all need to know her story is powerful and amazing, and it needs to be heard again. Okay, we overcome here by the blood of the Lamb and the what? Word of our. Okay, y'all know the book. Y'all know the book. And without further ado, y'all ready? Okay, cool. Without further ado, Miss Charlise, come on out, Frank. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, you sound
Okay.
amazing. You sound amazing, and you look even more amazing.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Okay, so we about to get into it. Like, for those that don't know, this is Miss Charlise. Okay, nice to meet her. Let's get into the story, because that's the most important thing. Okay, so last time we talked, you discussed about your life living with cancer.
Yes. Yes.
The first one. Okay, so we gotta do a recap, because it's a 9-part series. Okay, so we have to do a recap of part 1, the first time you were diagnosed.
Okay. So the first time I was not exactly diagnosed. It was just that I found the lumps in my right breast, and it was 3 of them that showed up on my mammogram. And of course, when you have an abnormal mammogram, they will say, okay, you need to come back. And during that time, the church I was at the time, my pastor, Reuben Anderson, announced that God had given him to have a healing service that next Sunday. Mm-hmm. And I got the letter that Saturday saying that you need to come back because your mammogram is abnormal. Wow. God gave me 3 specific things to do. And one was to ask a specific minister to pray for me. So I went to church Sunday, I took the letter, I got in the prayer line, and I told God, I said, okay, if this is you telling me that this minister is to pray for me, I guess my fleece was to say, God, this is how I'm going to know that this is you and not just some random thought coming to my head.
Mm-hmm.
That when church is over, I don't want to have to look for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when church was over, I went to talk to the pastor. The pastor prays, and you know how we feel like if the pastor prays, that's it. Nobody else needs to pray.
Yeah.
But God was very specific in his instructions. And when I got ready to leave, I didn't see this person. So I got in my car, and as I was driving off, I heard someone say to me, God bless you, sister, and it was him.
Wow.
Immediately, the devil said to me, act like you don't see him and keep going. And I said, oh no, because I knew that if I had did that and disobeyed God with that one thing,
Mm-hmm.
when I went back to the doctor, they would have told me you have cancer.
Mm-hmm.
But because I stopped and I told him, I said, I'm having an issue, and God asked me to have you pray for me. And usually when you tell people that, they say okay, and they walk away and I'll pray. But he stopped and prayed right there.
Yeah.
When I got home that next morning, I was in my prayer time. The Lord said to me, everything you've asked for is already done. That was 4:25 a.m. that Monday morning. When I went back to the doctor for my ultrasound follow-up, the technician, she starts looking at the right breast, and she said, I don't see anything, but we'll wait for the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor comes in, and she's looking for a couple of minutes, and she said, I don't see anything. I said, well, what did you see? And she put my X-ray up on the screen, and you saw the 3 dark areas in my right breast.
Wow.
And I'm laying on the table with tears running down my eyes, knowing that because I obeyed all of his instructions, he healed me supernaturally.
Yeah.
So then we fast forward 7 years, and it comes back. November 25th, God said to me when I got home from work, after having a biopsy, see, they had the ultrasound, they saw stuff and they wanted to see more. So I did a biopsy on the 24th of October, 2017. The 25th, I came home, and as I was getting on my knees, I wasn't even fully on my knees yet. As I was getting on my knees, God said to me, they're going to tell you you have cancer. I'm going to heal you, but not the way I did before. So I knew with that, there was no need to call the saints and say, pray for me that this will go away, because God had already said, I'm going to do it a different way.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it a different way.
Yeah.
And so the different way was that I was required to go through the process.
Okay, so I have a question. So when you heard the Lord tell you, like, I'm going to heal you, but it's going to be a different process, it's going to be a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, how did you take that? Like, just naturally speaking, how did you take that?
My first words was, but you don't have to do it that way. I'm willing to do everything you say.
Yeah.
And then immediately I said, okay, if you brought me to this, you'll bring me through it. And that had to be my constant affirmation, regardless of how I was feeling and what I was looking at, knowing that God had already told me the end from the beginning.
Yeah.
So I had to remind myself, no matter what I dealt with in between, that he brought me to it. He's going to bring me through it.
Yeah.
But it was like, I couldn't figure out, okay, but I'm in a state of shock. I hear what you're saying. I I hear you, but I'm like, but how did it come to this? What did I do? And you're constantly thinking, well, did I do something wrong? Did I expose myself to something? What brought me to this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's normal. You're trying to find out, what
Yeah.
did
Oh,
I
it's
do?
natural. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, why me? Because
right,
we already went through this process and you already healed me. So we good with this. We good with this testimony. Let's go on to the next. Something else.
right. And he
So
said,
it
okay. He said, okay, we'll go through the next, but we're gonna go through this one again.
right. We're gonna go through something next, but it's gonna be a little different. So
Right.
for you going through the journey, what made this journey a little different? Well, a lot different actually. What made this journey a lot different from the first process of you just finding out? What did you have to do different this time?
Well, I had to go through treatments, went through chemotherapy, and the whole, you don't realize the impact that something like this has on your family. You hear about people, oh, and my family this and my family that, but until you actually are visited with a situation like this, you don't really grasp how, I mean, the impact that it has on your family. And I will say it took a tremendous impact on my daughter because she's an only child and we have a really close relationship. My daughter is very protective, and all of my doctors found that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then two, it gave God an opportunity to show himself strong to her.
Mm.
Yeah, because my daughter was on the verge. Well, I don't understand why you have to have chemo, and why can't you just pray? And I thought that's what we were praying about. I said, well, no. You have the right to ask God for anything, but you cannot tell God how to answer your request.
Right.
We are praying, but we're praying for God's will to be done, and God has already stated what
Yeah.
his will was for me to go through a process this time that he chose not to let me go through before.
Yeah. Yeah. And it could have been, like you said, it um from experience. A lot of times, he uses his strongest soldiers. And I view it sometimes as he uses people that he knows can handle it to get other people's attention.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right there, you sound just like what my therapist, who is actually on the show tonight, those were his words to me 2 weeks ago.
Man, I
So
mean,
yes,
it's
that's
amazing.
confirmation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm so glad I was the one to confirm what he said because we're on the same page. Like literally, just because of the simple fact that the very first time you didn't need quote unquote all that, but
Right,
the second time, God already told you the end, but He didn't tell you the process you had to go through.
right,
And
right.
but the thing was, He knew that you can handle it. But maybe this is just perspective. Maybe he needed to use someone closest to your daughter to get her
Her
attention
attention.
close, because
Yeah,
who else would get her attention, and especially because she's the only daughter.
right.
Who else?
Correct.
Man, that's
And
deep.
yeah, and it was difficult for her, but I kept what I did because I knew she wasn't hearing me because I wasn't saying what she wanted to hear. So I
Yeah.
just started praying. I'm that person. I'm not gonna keep talking to you. I'm gonna start talking to God about you.
About.
Because see, God can certainly make you hear, cause you to hear. And my daughter was at the time was a massage therapist, and she was sharing her frustration, venting to one of her clients. And her client said, "I'm going to stop you right there."
Mhm.
And her her concern was, why do you need to go through chemotherapy and have them put all that poison in your body when you can just have the tissue removed and let that be that? So the client began to tell her about a friend that she had that took that same route. She said, and after a while, the cancer came back with so much fierceness that it went to her throat, it went to her brain. She said, and I don't have to tell you that she's no longer with us. So your mother is doing the right thing. And my daughter called me that night and apologized to me
Yeah.
and told me what her her client had said to her. And all I could say was, God, thank you.
Yeah.
Because you answered my prayer. You caused her to hear from someone that she would actually listen to.
Mhm. Mhm. So true, and that, man, it's so powerful. The way God is so strategic with
Yes.
what He does. Like, to us, it makes no sense, but when we go through it, and once we realize, like, God, that's what you was doing. I mean, you could have just told me straight up, but I get it. Like, you could have just been like, okay, so this is what's gonna happen. But I feel like we wouldn't have went through the process. Just
Well,
like how you said at the beginning. You said God was gonna heal you, but you didn't know how.
right, right. And I didn't know, of course, what all I was going to have to face, but I just knew as I was going through it, okay. And this is how I looked at it. Well, okay, this is part of the process. So there's no point in me having a pity party, even though, yes, did I try to? Yes, I did. But it was like, okay, so the point of having a pity party is what? Do you recognize that Jesus suffered and he was beaten beyond recognition of a human being, and all you have is cancer, and God already told you he's going to heal you? So I'm sorry, just turn over and go to sleep. Stop it.
What are you tripping for?
Right. Exactly.
That is
Exactly.
so I love that perspective because it puts in a realization like, girl, girl, or sir or ma'am, relax, go to sleep, get some popcorn, and go about your merry little way. That's so true. So for you, like, when going through the process of chemotherapy, how many two questions? How many treatments did you go through or did you have to accomplish? And um did you have any side effects from the treatments?
Yeah, I had 6 treatments, and one of the side effects during chemo was, you're going to deal with slight memory loss, and you're also going to deal with insomnia. I also had neuropathy in both of my feet, and I remember actually a couple of times just falling simply because I couldn't feel my foot hit the curb,
Mhm.
because I couldn't feel anything. And all of a sudden I'm down on the ground, and it's like, oh, okay, well, that's part of it. I still today have issues with the neuropathy. And then also with the chemotherapy, I knew that I was going to lose my hair. But, of course, I thought once the chemo was over, you hear, okay, well, once the chemo's over, your hair will grow back. And I'm still trying to figure out where's the rest of mine. But okay.
Why is it not grown? It should be grown, not
Right,
growing still. Yeah.
right. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, God, can we work on this? Can we work on
Uh,
this? And I
right.
remember
Right.
one day, 4 years later, and I was standing in the bathroom crying, like, okay, God, why won't you let my hair grow back? It's like, can we get the rest of it? And the Lord said to me, enjoy the beauty of where you are now. And my thought was, but okay, but wait, what does that mean? Is that the beauty of where you are now, period, because it's not going to change, or the beauty of where you are now, comma, because it'll change later? What do you mean? Okay, well, I'm still waiting on the answer.
Is it a period or is it semicolon? Like, is it
Right,
a but
right.
it's coming, or is it a take care, God bless? Like,
Yeah,
like where we at?
right.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm gonna say
So,
this because I've seen you I've seen your beautiful head, and I think it's adorable. I love it.
well,
I've seen
thank you. Thank you. But I still want my hair back.
I listen, now you know I understand. I understand because when I did, like I said, like at the beginning, I did chemo. And when they told me, like, okay, you're gonna have to do chemo treatments, the very first, and my mom can attest to this, the very first question I asked, the doctor was like, do you have any questions, comments, concerns? I said, is my hair gonna fall out? Like, that was, I didn't care about nothing else. He was like, you don't care about how many no, is my hair going to fall? Because it took a long time. Like, so I get it. But I've seen you without any hair, and I think it's beautiful. So coming, if it means anything, it's beautiful to me.
Well, thank you. I know I hear that from a lot of people, and I have my days when I feel more positive about it, and I know that it's a look I can pull off, and people say, "Oh my God, I love your look," and I'm so like, "No, it's not a look. It's a side effect of chemotherapy. It's called alopecia."
It's not a look. It's not
But
a look.
thank you.
Right. I appreciate it, but this is not what I wanted, though.
Right, but yeah, thank you for the compliment.
Okay, so question, because a lot of people don't really know what like alopecia is. So can you just like briefly explain like what that looks like?
Well, alopecia is simply inflammation of the hair follicles. So the hair follicles are inflamed, and you can put all kind of topical stuff on there. I've seen these, oh, this oil, it'll grow your hair back. Even if you have alopecia, don't believe it. Don't believe it. I mean, I went to the dermatologist, and they have this. There's some kind of treatment now that if you're confirmed to have alopecia, the insurance company will pay for you because it's like $2,500 per treatment. But the side effects of that is so severe. It's like the dermatologist told me, if you don't have to use this, I would not recommend it. She said, if
Wow.
you're okay with wearing wigs and hats and things like that, if you're okay knowing that, since it's only at the top of my head, sometimes I tell myself, you look like a little old bald man. Because that's how I feel sometimes, that I have to get past that and go like, okay. But it's like some people will go through the hair transplant. I said, I will not put myself through that. I
Yeah.
went through 6 rounds of chemo. I'm good. I don't need no more side effects from nothing. If I can put on a lace wig, I will buy a lace unit in a minute.
Okay, slap that mess on.
Exactly.
Because like treatments of any kind are extensive. It takes a
Yeah.
toll
Yeah.
mentally.
Mhm.
You got to be mentally prepared, and especially going through treatments of chemo. And I know there's other treatments that take a toll, but treatments in general, if you don't have to,
Right.
don't do it.
And I
Don't.
also thank God that I did not have to have radiation. I mean, I prayed extensively, God, please don't let me have to have it. And as I was praying one day, the Lord said, you're praying the wrong prayer. And it was like, okay, I'm sorry, God, if this is what I need, I'm willing to accept it. Because my doctor had told me it would be 5 treatments a week for 5 weeks. And I'm like, I just can't even wrap my head around 25 radiation treatments.
I'm gonna tell you, it's because I did it. I did it 5 days a week for 5 weeks. I wouldn't. I personally, this is just from my experience. Out of everything I've been through, I would not want to ever do radiation again. Out of everything that I went through, radiation was the toughest thing to deal with because it's every day for
Mm-hmm.
5 days a week. Like chemo, okay, you have your moments of like
Right.
not rest, but you have your moments of digressing. With
Yeah.
radiation, it you can't be by the microwave, you can't be outside. I mean, like it was so many different stipulations with radiation. So I am grateful that you did not.
Wait a minute. I am grateful that I did not. When my um, plastic surgeon called me because they wanted to go ahead and start scheduling my next phase of surgeries, and
Mhm.
he said, "Well, what did the doctor say about your radiation?" I said, I forgot to ask, and he didn't bring it up. He says, "Oh, we'll call," and they called me back and said, he said, "Oh, you don't have to have it." I danced around my house like an insane person talking about God. Thank you. I was just crying. I was like, "Oh God, thank you, thank you."
I know
'Cause
you did.
I just couldn't imagine going through any more treatments. Chemo wasn't that bad, but it was just the idea of, I couldn't wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
And
No,
I
I
know
get it.
I know that the last time we talked, I had briefly, and I don't know if you want me to go here, if you just want me to wait for you to ask me
Go.
questions.
Ready and go.
Okay, I know the last time we talked, I was sharing how after 7 years, God finally revealed to me in February, February 9th, why He allowed me to go through the breast cancer journey.
Yeah, yeah,
And that morning I was in prayer, and the Lord gave me the scripture, John 15:1. I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Any branch in me that beareth not fruit, He cuts it off. But
yeah.
any
Hmm.
branch that bears fruit, He prunes it. And I was like, "Oh, okay, great. This would be my scripture for my Facebook page," because I post scriptures on my Facebook page. But I just began to feel like the Lord was trying to say something to me, and I just began to go through the commentary to see what, if anything, I could get out of this to open up my understanding of what God was saying to me.
Right.
And what the Lord began to say to me as I was going through the study was that your breast cancer journey was not punishment. It
Mm.
was me pruning you for greater.
Wow.
And what God showed me was a fruit tree and people coming to the tree to get nourishment.
Hmm.
And because you were producing, I need to take you higher. So to take you higher, to provide more nourishment, I need to cut back and I need to prune you. And the pruning is painful. But the end result would be that now I'm going to take you higher and allow you to give more nourishment, spiritual nourishment to more people. And
Yeah.
I was just like, "Oh God." And I just began to cry because if I could feel God's love through that and like His presence, and then like an almost like a badge of honor. Well, okay, God, wow, thank you. People were like,
Yeah.
"What?" But yes, it's like, because then that also says to me that I am obviously doing what God is telling me to do. And
That's
I was
deep.
like, Yeah, that's what he showed me. And it's like, and then he took me back to an assignment that he had given me last year. And this is also something I shared with my therapist. I said, and when God first spoke this to me, I was like, wait, what? Why am I praying for this person? I don't know this person, you know. And what my therapist said to me was, it sounded like God took that person's burden from them and gave it to you because you could carry it. And I was like, I had not had not looked at it that way, but it was a revelation, because as I began to intercede in prayer for this person, the weight of that assignment just became heavier and heavier and heavier. And I'm like, but God, okay, but I'm praying, I'm doing what you told me, so I don't understand why it's getting heavier. But it's like, but that was why you went through
Yeah.
the pruning process. So
Yes.
now you're prepared to do what I'm going to put you in the path to do. Oh, so you be like,
Lord,
oh,
dude, you're capable of handling it because you had to be pruned and cut off with some stuff.
yeah,
You had to be
yeah,
bruised a little bit. You had to be
yeah,
repurposed. That is amazing. Isn't it so powerful that, and I feel it, and I agree with when you say a badge of honor, that God will choose you to go through what seems like the hardest obstacles,
yeah,
like the most in to person, like what's what I'm looking for, visually the most inhumane problems that a natural person can't really face, and God
right.
is like, nah, you got it, just wait, just go through it real quick, and then I'll explain why later, but I know that you have it. And it's like, dang it, well, how did you know though? But and that's crazy that you know, because I actually went through it. It's just the fact, as you're looking back, you're like, God, like,
Yeah,
I really went through that, and I'm still here.
right, right. Correct. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But he gives us, what we've always heard growing up in church: God won't put any more on you than you can bear. But you have no idea what you can bear until you're faced with the challenges that he allows to come into our lives. I'm not talking about the ones that we bring. I'm talking about the ones that he allows to come in, because the ones he allows, they come to us for a purpose.
They come to us for a purpose because we have to rely on him, because it's something that's so like outside of our human scope. Like, I can't that, no, I can't do that, but I can do this, but I can't do
Right.
that. So it allows it we have to rely on him, because
Yes.
we
Yes.
don't even, like you said, we don't know how much we can bear until we got to bear it. And even
Right.
then, we still don't know how much we can bear and how long we can bear.
Right.
We don't know
Exactly.
how long
Exactly.
the bearing is, because naturally the bearing could be only like 20 minutes, but they're like, no, 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 big dog, 2 years. At
Right.
2 years, at 2 minutes to, man, that's deep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did speak on therapy, and I think
Yes.
therapy is like very important. So for you, did you decide to do therapy um because of something physical that you were going through, or was it something else?
Okay. No, we're talking about PTSD therapy. and and I okay. So I mean, this has nothing to do with.
No, this is
Okay.
a part of the
Okay.
whole show though. No, this is good.
Okay. Okay. So what happened that caused me to seek out therapy was January 9th, 2023, 1:30 a.m. in the morning. My house was raided by 15 sheriff's deputies.
What?
I'm laying in the bed sleep, and all of a sudden I see lights flashing through my bedroom window, pounding on my door. They were trying to break down the security door to get in my house. And open the door. No identification. And I'm laying in the bed like, okay, am I dreaming that this is happening? And so eventually I'm like, well, who is it? And then they said, it's the sheriff. Bam, 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 open the door. So, I put my robe on, go to the door, open up, and I have a security door, and I thank God for the security door. I open up the door, turn the porch light on, and there's 5 guns drawn on me.
Oh.
No search warrant. Nothing, demanding to come in my house. Well, we're looking for somebody. Well, who are you looking for? Open the door. Ma'am, we'll shoot you. Open the door. And I'm standing there, well, show me your search warrant. And we're going back and forth with this. And the guy eventually told me, if you don't open the door, we'll take it off the hinges. At that moment, God spoke to me and said, just open the door. And I'm standing there like, well, okay, wait a minute. What? But I'm right. I'm within my rights because they're violating my civil rights as well as my constitutional rights. And you're telling me to just open the door? Well, you can be right, but you can also be dead.
That part.
God said, just open the door. Okay. I opened the door. They came in looking for whoever they was looking for, but they weren't going to find them at my house.
Okay.
So I'm standing in the driveway. Make a long story short, I'm standing in the driveway, and the sergeant comes out. Well, you can come in, and we'll tell you why we did this. I'm like, no. We're going to stand right here in my driveway, and you're going to tell me why you trying to bust down my door at 1:30 in the morning. So you could tell he was making up this story as he was going along, thinking he was going to get some kind of sympathy from me. Well, this girl was kidnapped and she told her brother she was at your house. I'm like, and you got that signal information from where? Well, she was at this location. Well, I told him, I said, well, this location has 521 homes. How did you pick mine? See, the address is the location, but when you come into the mobile home park where I live, there's 500 homes. How did you just randomly pick my house?
Right.
So then he had to come up with something. Well, anyway, what he said didn't make sense, and I knew he was lying. It's like, okay, whatever. So the next morning I wake up with this pounding headache, and I start coughing up blood, and I'm bleeding from my nose, and I ended up going to the emergency room. My blood pressure was so high. And when I went to my doctor for a follow-up, he said, do you need to see someone? I'm like, no, I'll be fine. Okay, well, we're taught in church, you pray about it. God said, get you a therapist.
Real. Therapist and Jesus.
There you go. So when I went to my doctor again, I said, okay, I need to talk to someone. And he said, well, I wondered how long it was going to take you to realize that you needed some help.
I was going to be patient.
Yeah. And I began to pray as I began to look. And I told God, I said, I need the right person. Mm-hmm. And it took me, I want to say, about 3 months before I found the therapist that I'm with, mm-hmm. who encourages me by telling me the reason God sent me to him because he needed some spiritual help.
It was a win-win.
Right. It's like, oh, okay. So, okay, God, so you had to take me through all of that.
And again, you could have just told me.
Right. But you know what? That night, after all of that was over, the Lord said to me, but they could not come into your house until you opened that door. Mm-hmm. So he let me know, even in the midst of all of that happening, he protected me.
Yeah.
Because you can only imagine the chaos that would have happened had 5 people come running in my house in this pitch black dark, and I'm laying in the bed sleep, and they have guns drawn. I mean, and they had all types of guns drawn on me. It wasn't just a Glock, it was a rifle, it was a long gun. I mean, all of these were pointed at me when I opened up my back door. I mean, it was almost like watching a scene out of Law and Order, but I just
Yeah.
knew if those guns had went off, I wasn't gonna get up when it was over. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah, that was very traumatizing for me. It has been over a year, and I still do not turn off the lights in my house when I go to bed. Mm-mm,
Really?
mm-mm. I walked out of my room one night and had forgot to turn the light on, and I just froze. I was in my bedroom just as recent as Saturday, and the neighbors behind me were pulling up in their driveway, and their lights flashed through my room, and I just like froze. I'm like, okay, so this is not over.
Yeah. So was that kind of like a trigger?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh my. So in those instances when you do have triggers that you're unaware of, like cuz you didn't really know that the lights flashing was going to be a trigger, what is something that your therapist told you to do?
See, what did he tell me? Because I talked to him today and I didn't tell him about that. So okay, so doctor, you heard it now.
My bad. I didn't know he told you like that. Oh gosh.
So so I really don't remember, because I think that's only happened to me twice, with seeing the lights flashing through my bedroom window. But I
Okay.
just kind of stood there and like, okay, God, you have to help me, because this is still here.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand? See, this is still here. I've been able to turn out, one of the lights, and the other one has a dimmer, so I can kind of dim the light, but I'm still not where I can turn off the light and then, like, say I want to go into the kitchen in the middle of the night and get a glass of water.
Mhm.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's okay. It's definitely a process, but I think the beautiful thing is that you've decided and you're in the process of um
Getting the help I need.
get, getting the help and doing the work.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yes,
it's a double thing. Because a lot of people see their therapist but they don't want to do the work. Because it's uncomfortable,
yeah,
talking about, and then when you do have like those triggers that you may not know about, it's uncomfortable. But I think that's super dope, and I think this is a testament to people. You can have Jesus right here. Get you some therapy.
right, exactly,
Get you
exactly. And
some
I think
therapy.
that it's unfortunate that you have so many people in the church that have heard, well, no, all you got to do is pray. Okay, well, okay, so when you get through praying, God still expects you to do your part so that he can help you. And if getting therapy from a doctor is what you need, then get that. And then in that process, there can be healing, obviously, for not just one person, but people will see you going through it. And then you go, oh, okay, well, maybe that's okay for me to do it as well.
Right.
You never know why God places you in certain areas. It's not just for you. It's not just for you. It is for someone else. It is for
Yeah.
someone else.
It
That's
is for some.
all part. of that pruning. I'm taking you through this, and you don't know. It's not always you standing up before a million people, but sometimes it's that one person that's standing at the bus stop that you say hello to,
So true.
and you smile at them, and you don't know what they're going through, but that helped them.
Yeah, so true. Hey, Miss Pamela. I think that's so true. And just like how you said, the therapist that you chose needed you, and you didn't like that. That wasn't even the reason why you went, but it ended up you guys needing each other. You needed help.
Yes,
He realized, well, wait a minute, I need help from you too. But if you didn't do your work, if you didn't choose to go through that process, yeah, you ask God, yeah, God, I need you. Okay, yeah. And God
right,
like, go and see this doggone therapist because he needs you right now. If you didn't do that, then you guys wouldn't even be able to prune and grow in you guys' own individual lives. Come
right.
on. That is good. My mom said iron. Oh wait, she can't. Well, I'm gonna say it. My mom said iron sharpens iron.
Yes,
And it
exactly.
does.
Exactly. Tell her
And
yes,
it
yes, First
does.
Lady Patrice.
Come on, Keisha. Jesus and therapy.
Yes,
Exactly. Oh, Brandon is thank you. Thank you, Gabe. Develop a wellness plan that you can lean on when triggered. We call this RAP plan. Okay. Come on, Brandon. This is a wellness recovery activity plan. Check it out here. Check one out here.
that's my
Listen,
therapist.
listen, we appreciate you with all the letters that came after your name. MBA, MSW, LCBC, ABCDE. We know that you look too legit to quit, and we appreciate you, Brandon Washington. Okay, Gabe, can you put that back up again so people can know what he said is called a RAP plan. Develop a wellness plan for those that have triggers from past experiences. Develop a wellness plan that you can lean on when triggered. We call this a RAP plan. Wrap it up. This is a wellness recovery activity plan. Thank you, Mr. Brandon, MBA, CDA, DDC, ABCD. We appreciate you. For real, that's good. Juice and therapy. Listen, Miss Charlise, first of all, this episode was top tier, okay? And I appreciate you coming back on and even sharing more of your testimony and more of your journey and even like the uncomfortable stuff and the fact that you have a therapist and he's on here and he's giving tips. Like, come on, tips of wisdom. Like, I really do appreciate it so much. Thank you for gracing the stage.
Oh, of course, and thank you for the opportunity.
Listen, and this is another thing. You got a lot of people in your corner because it's a lot of people on here, more than usual. So you got some love, okay? You got some
Okay,
love.
love you back.
ah, yep, Gabe. Come on, Gabe. You was on a roll. Awesome. Thank you, Miss Pam. Gabe, you gotta put her in the backstage. Thank, thank you, Gabe. Golly. Yo, listen, I told y'all part two was top tier. Part two was top tier. Her story and her journey is doggone amazing. And I'm so grateful that it's all good. I love you, Gabe. I'm so grateful that she was able to come back on and share a little bit more of her journey and her life. Love you, Mom Sonia. And I hope this is a testament to people that struggle, uncertain, don't really know. Get some therapy. Come on, Alita, Miss Alita. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. And I'm pretty sure Miss Charlotte loves you too, friend, sister, friend. Get you some therapy. You don't. If you don't know, now you know. Get your tail some therapy if you need it. That's the whole message for tonight. Jesus and therapy. The subject of tonight's message is Jesus and therapy. All right, so let's get into the church announcements real quick. If you have a disability and or medical condition and you want to be a guest on the show, as y'all can tell, my guests are super dope. I mean, it just is what it is, because that's how we get down on this show. If you want to be a guest on the show, holla at me. Here's the thing. Hear me clearly. Don't be coming on talking about yesterday I stubbed my toe. The light was off and I ran to the wall. We'll leave the light on for you at the Core Hotel. Because I need some real... You got to deal with some stuff. You got to have a journey. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. You got to have a journey. And don't accidentally pop your finger, pop your knuckles, put some ice on it, and that's all I got. Okay? So if you have a disability and or medical condition and you're comfortable with sharing your story, holla at me. I love having guests, and this show ain't going nowhere. I don't know what y'all thought this was. Also, next Tuesday, we are live and in living color. Y'all know. Thank you, Gabe. See, Gabe, you're on it. Next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. No, that don't work. Just say a regular Domo. Just stop acting extra. 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 10 p.m. Eastern. We are live and in living color. Point blank in the period. Also, this is the last thing. Today is my grandmother's birthday. Grandmother of Hemet. I need everyone in the comments to say happy birthday, Grandma of Hemet. Okay? Let me tell you, she's 84 years old, and I just talked to her. She be on her cell phone. She watches every single week. Every single week. And for that, I'm grateful. So I need all y'all. Tell my grandma happy birthday, please. Thank you, Michelle. Love you, friend. Happy birthday, Grandma. I love you guys so much. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Thank y'all for seeing what we're talking about. You know, y'all don't have to. Y'all don't have to. You guys don't. And I'm going to forever say thank you. I'm going to forever be grateful. I love it. I love it. Oh, yeah. I love all y'all. Happy birthday, Grandma. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I hope she sees this too. If she doesn't, then I'm going to record it and show her, because she got love. She has a lot of love. And for that, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I still have my grandmother around. And she's in her right mind at 84 years old. Okay? God is good. He keeps on doing great things for me. Okay, I'm really about to get out of here. I love y'all. Next Tuesday, we live in living color. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. We out. Gabe, you already know what to do. Don't log off, y'all. Don't log off. Don't do it. Gabe, highlight him one time for the one time. Let him know. Let him know. I love y'all. Period. Y'all better love me too. Alright. Gabe, get me out of here. Y'all already know what to do. Until next time. Love you.